are we all living right now? In 2025, how are we all getting by? And this is no way political, so please leave that behind at the door. But in reality, friends, fellow Americans, how are we living? How are you getting by? I don't believe there's a middle class anymore. I believe middle class is now low income, and low income is now just not surviving. So what brings me to this today is, well, a few things. One thing, for example, our town has been building these apartments, and every town is required to give so much percentage to affordable housing. And so they've announced that the lottery is beginning for the low income section of this apartment building at $2,300 a month for a 2-bedroom. A 1-bedroom was like $2,100. That's how much you would have to make basically a week. And that's low income. Our state senator on Facebook announced that. Very exciting news. I called it out. Many people agreed. Some didn't. You can kind of see where we're going with that. Who's not struggling right now and who is and understands. Another example, groceries. Is there anyone that can afford to buy groceries at this day and time? Everyone, I'm sure, has cut back. I can be honest, I no longer eat 3 meals a day, maybe 1. I mean, I do have an eating issue anyway, but so it's easy for me to do that. But what about the people that don't? Like, you can't afford to eat anymore. I remember when things were normal. I have a Market Basket as our local grocery store, and I could get a full week's of groceries, full week's worth of groceries for $100 or less. Eggs were 99 cents. It was just the affordable grocery store. It is still the most affordable grocery store, but that $100 is now $300. My son buys the same groceries every week when he was by himself before he had his son, and it used to be between 40 and 50 bucks. He was a single guy, but then it went to 100 bucks for the same exact grocery list, like the same exact things. It's just not sustainable for anybody. And then if God forbid, like that, what has just happened to us, you run into any kind of crisis, because we have very recently, we're in it right now. What do you do? What do you do? Because there's no money to put away anymore. There's no money. Every ounce of what we had was going into the bills that we started back when things were more affordable. But as costs were rising, those same bills are now double, but with the same income. But I mean, what do people do? I know, like, side hustles, everyone's doing side hustles now, but then it's harder to get side hustles because everybody needs them. And when you have a full-time job where you're working 40, 50, I don't even think full-time is 40 anymore, like say 50, 60 hours. My son works 60 hours a week and still can't afford anything. After caring for his son, he can't afford anything. And I just don't know how people are doing it. And like I said, I don't know when crisis hits, what are people supposed to do? The only people making out right now are people that have the money and can afford this kind of economy. And that being said, the only other thing I see that is so frustrating to me is there's people out there that don't work, but yet somehow they're still thriving. They're still, like, I see it on the daily around my town where they don't work. Maybe they're disabled. I don't know their exact story, but I know they don't work. But they're at the dispensary because it's legal in our town, in our state, every day or every other day. They're at the liquor store. They smoke cigarettes. They get DoorDash 2 times a day, coffee delivered in the morning from Dunks. Nails did every week or every other week. They're thriving somehow. without working. But the people that are busting their ass, there's just feels like no hope right now. So if you guys are going through it, which I'm quite sure most of you watching this are, let me know in the comments if there's any hints, suggestions on what to do, especially in a crisis. And if you just want to vent it out, leave it in the comments below. And I don't have any answers to this, obviously, but I need to finally say something. I've been careful on here, you know, because it can be just kind of maybe perceived as political, and this isn't by any means. So I just am frustrated today, so it's time to speak out. So that's what I'm doing. And my dog's hair is going everywhere. Say hi, Piper. She doesn't have to worry about the economy. We'll always take care of her. I'll starve before I don't take care of her. Huh. I will see you guys later.